Everything is going extremely well.
And now, Showtime.
Boom. There we go. Hey, why am I in this screen? Let's do this. Boom. There we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show today. That was fun. So we're going to be getting into what we can do to scale your brand. Like, everybody's talking about ads, and that's great, but ads are only really playing with half the deck. You know, Seth Godin said content marketing is like the only version of marketing that's left. And if you look at brands run by Vayner Media and all the Alex Hormozi stuff and every other person that you're paying attention to, it's funny. So many folks try to chase the ad tactics of big brands, but ignore the thing that actually got you to even know who they are. Ads are great, but they're only going to get you so far. At some point, you have to do more than that. At some point, you have to be better than that. At some point, you have to know what you're doing outside of the ads. If your ad is the hello and the goodbye and the close, if it's hanging the flyers, if it's knocking on doors and trying to upsell people, that is just asking the most expensive part of your funnel to do all of the work. And that is just highly inefficient. That is a complete waste of money. And full disclosure, on the Disruptor Academy channel, today, like at 10, we are doing a countdown to it basically right now. On that channel right here, I'm going to show this to you, okay? I'm going to be launching we're launching a full ass course, okay? Right here, boom, look at this. Content is fucking easy. 4 people waiting for it already. This launches in 52 minutes as of this live call, okay? 51 minutes. This is going live. It is a step-by-step process. I'm not here to show you everything that's going to go live in this video. I'm going to actually show you how to weaponize everything that this video shows you how to do so that this one becomes how to throw money behind that one so that you can amplify everything. Now, if you've seen the course that we had on this YouTube channel, Disruptor Academy,
if you break this layout for you,
how to, let's see here. We did one over here. Boom, boom, boom. How to crush Facebook ads on a low budget. This video was phenomenal. One of the best videos we've had. And it talks about how to take the ads that you have. Rule number one, or take the business that you've got and market to your audience rather than just trying to get cold traffic. But unfortunately, what it didn't tell you is how to more effectively attract attention for free, how to build a brand instead of just trying to be a salesperson. So today we're going to solve that. Today, I'm actually going to walk you through the exact step-by-step process that I use. And I'm doing it actively right now. Like, we're going to get into my ad account. I'm going to show you my trackers, my results, and how I'm managing and measuring and monitoring all of this stuff so that you can see what's actually going on, so that we can say, well, that's great, Charlie, but what do I do after that? Like, nobody's going to watch my content. It sucks. I'm not going viral. Here's the thing. I don't want you to go viral. I think you going viral is probably one of the worst things that could happen for your business. And the only reason I'm saying that nobody else is because I'm not trying to sell you on some false promise. I'm not trying to sell you on some absolute nonsense that's completely unsustainable. So all that being said, I want to start off with just some shout outs for the new folks in Disruptor Academy. Okay. So we're going to start doing this every single week. We're going to do this tab instead. Shout out to Delic. Shout out to Jeb G. Shout out to Austin and Constantine and Erwin and Damon and Shara. By the way, Shara just jumped into the MBA program. Richard's going to be jumping into the MBA program. Jeb G might be jumping into the MBA program. So we got 5 new MBA program members and 7 new folks in the Disruptor Academy. Just want to give a shout out there. Thank you for doing all the good stuff and stick around for more. Now, that all being said, if you're watching this today and you're live with me right now, let me know where you're at. Drop it in the chat. I'd love to know where you are in the world. It's fantastic to see so many people from so many places. Like, it blows my mind. I got to be honest. It is still not something that I am totally like aware of, just how far reaching all of this stuff is. The fact that I get on calls with people every single day from South Africa to Korea to Alabama to Amsterdam, Dubai, deep prices here from Michigan. Bonjour, buddy. All right. Now, all of that to be said, let's dive into some fun stuff. Now, you can be running your ads, prospecting, running exclusions on everything so that you spike your CPMs and never let the machine build a funnel, which, of course, Romania, bonjour, is makes sense, I guess. So let's talk about the established, what people tell you to do. What is the de jour move that's going on these days? I think it's this. Launch 1,000 fucking ads to throw spaghetti against the wall and hope you get lucky. Let's exclude anybody who's ever been to our site or engaged with our stuff, so all the ads are constantly reaching new people, but we can't build a funnel to reach people multiple times to get them from step 1 to step 2. And then complain that advertising costs are going up. It's harder to get net new customers and all our ads fatigue. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, fine. All right, there we go. That was weird. All right, so let's break down what that means. And then we're going to solve the problem. By the way, this is exactly the entire process we're going to talk about today is how I got Disruptor Academy from 0 to a multi-5-figure recurring revenue business in a matter of months. And what I've done to build Disruptor School into a 7-figure brand built off of a bunch of things. So like, this is what I've done for my business and what I do for every business that works in my ad agency and stuff I've been doing for brands for nearly a decade now. It's actually where I started. Running paid ads is what I did once, I was originally an organic growth hacker, and then I got into paid ads. So like we're going back to the OG days. Now, anyway, let's break down the run 1,000 ads, run exclusions everywhere, and then complain about being a victim. So here's what happens. When you launch a new ad, that new ad by the machine is shown to the people that are most likely to want to see it. Now, those people inherently are in the lower part of the funnel of the customer journey. Remember, your marketing audience and how the machine uses your ads, those are two separate things. You can have a prospecting ad within a retargeting audience, meaning that it has a low frequency, low CPM, and is less efficient and earns more budget, but fills the funnel. You can also have a retargeting ad in a prospecting audience where you got a higher frequency, a higher CPM, and it's more efficient, but it never earns more budget. This is right off the bat why when you have an ad that crushes and you're like, why is Facebook so stupid? It never spends the money on the best ad. And as soon as you go and look at it with a 4PI analysis, you see that that ad has a higher frequency, higher CPM, and is more efficient. And that's the reason it's not spending more money, because it sits lower in the funnel. And you're like, well, but I've got all these exclusions in place and it's broad targeting and all this stuff. Yes, but the machine is only deploying it the way that it wants to. The machine doesn't care about your audience nearly as much as your targeting parameters. It's still using those assets in the way that it deems necessary. So if that ad has a 1.5 or 1.8 daily frequency, if it's a 1.05, that means 5% of people today are seeing that ad twice. 95% of that money is being spent on prospecting. If your frequency per day is a 1.5, that means 50% of your money today is running that ad on retargeting, even if it's a prospecting audience, even if it's everybody in the world, but only show it to people who've never been to my website and never bought before. It's still retargeting. It's showing that ad to people more than once per day. 50% of people are seeing that ad twice. The way the machine uses your ad is different than the audience that you give it. Those are two completely separate things. So right there, that is something that anybody that says launch 100 ads a day fundamentally doesn't understand, and why they're playing the victim card about problems that they create. Now, second thing, why is it bad to launch a bunch of ads? Well, because they all launch at the bottom of that style of funnel. The machine is going to show your new content to the people that it thinks are most apt to want to see it. Now, the reason that's a problem is because that pool of audience isn't a scalable option. It's only the low-hanging fruit. So you get a lot of wins early that also make all of the other ads that have been running and makes them worse. Because instead of ads having the opportunity to learn and be shown to the right people, you're saying, oh, I'm working on developing relationships. I'm getting touch points. I got a marketing funnel. I'm showing all of this stuff. Hey, this ad has been really good. It's not the most efficient ad, but it's definitely good enough. And it gets a bunch of spend, and it's been curating this customer journey for 7 days, and it's ready to make the sale. But actually, I'm going to hire this new person and just give them the win, and then say that they're better than the old one. That's why all of your new ads win early, peak, and then drop off. And it's because they launch at the bottom of the funnel and then take that unsustainable bad data and move up the funnel and then get worse. That's why that happens. The only way around that is to not launch thousands of new ads. And you'll hear people incorrectly say, well, Andromeda says that we can just launch more and more ads. No, Andromeda is the reason you don't even have to. Your ads can be smarter and smarter and more stable. But again, that requires understanding how ads work and not trying to sell software. Right? Like, there's a reason why a lot of the people that are pushing the angle of launching 1,000 ads run ad agencies that also have creative services like Common Thread Collective, or have SaaS companies that help you deploy a bunch of ads, like our friend Andre, who constantly talks smack in private and has mentioned multiple times he's willing to come on the channel and have a conversation, but whenever I've held him accountable to it, he doesn't show up. There's a reason why the cost cappers don't come onto this channel and don't talk to me in public, and it's because, well, I wrote their playbook, and I honestly, if it was bad for my business to have somebody that knew my scam inside and out that I learned from and have a conversation where I had to defend myself in public, I would never do it. And until anybody wants to come on this channel, all they're doing is kind of proving that that's their entire thing, right? So anyway, that all to be said, if we know why ads, quote unquote, fatigue, which is just operator error, and we understand how the platform is using our ads, and it doesn't necessarily mean that our audience is the same thing as deployment. A lookalike audience can still have a ton of retargeting ads. And again, that's CPM, that's frequency, that's cost per 1,000 account centers reach. And I got another video coming up soon around all that. And by the way, I have a video that I'm putting together. It'll probably be out next week on how to do creative analysis on all this stuff. And there's some people that I think have a really great tool. I'm not here to try to sell you stuff. I'm just giving you the best options of stuff. And so I just finished filming it yesterday. It's off the editor today. Hopefully it'll be back soon. But he was working all week on the content creation stuff. So thank you to the editor there. We'll get to that more. But the point is, if we understand how the machine's using our ads, and we understand that launching a bunch of new ads all the time is why we're struggling, and we understand that part of the problem that creates is it's constantly focusing people at the bottom of the funnel. Therefore, we're not reaching net new individuals. And the reason we're not reaching net new individuals is because we're constantly launching new ads. Well, then the only way we overcome that issue is either to launch even higher volume of even more disparate ads. We can take even more lucky chances and lottery tickets in 1,000 different directions, or we stop killing the machine learning and data, and we start weaponizing the machine instead of fighting against it. We can stop playing the victim card and start actually running a business. And that's what we're really going to be all about today. So if that's the landscape, if that's the backdrop, if that's the problem where most people are creating the majority of their own problems, and if we're going to go instead and say, actually, what I want to do is just have a few ads where I know how they work. They're very simple. They last for months or years, and they spend dozens or hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions because I know exactly how the machine works. Then we have to say, well, the one problem we're going to have there is it might cost too much to reach new individuals. So first off, one of the easiest ways of reducing your CPMs is just remove all the exclusions. Like, the idea that you want to use exclusions makes a lot of sense if you're an email person, makes a lot of sense if you're in PPC or retargeting people. But like in social media, that is a decade-old strategy that has been debunked every single time anybody's ever run a head-to-head competition. You shouldn't be excluding your previous customers. You might, well, I don't want my previous customers to see my ads, and I don't want to pay to acquire a customer twice. Look, if that person doesn't want to see your ad, they're not going to see it. And you haven't acquired any customers. The idea that there's brand loyalty to what you're doing is narcissistic and unrealistic, and you've been lied to by anybody that says that that's a reasonable way of thinking about your business. And if the people that have bought from you see your ads and don't want it, but they like your stuff, they might just leave positive comments. There's only positives that come from your existing customers seeing your ads. And they're only going to see it if their user experience, because of seeing it, makes their experience better, because that's what the platform does. The idea that you'd be wasting money by allowing existing customers to tell new people that they like your product, and that somehow the social media platform wants to really annoy your customers with content they don't want to see, like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, when you say it out loud in a sentence, it completely falls apart. Like, there's no logical defense of that position. So now we're in a situation of, we're not launching a bunch of ads. We're just using the ones that work, letting them scale. And we're not doing exclusions because, well, we want the ads to be able to show to somebody that potentially bought before but might be in the market again, or might have been to our website. And because we're dramatically reducing our CPMs in that way, because we're not paying premium inventory to make sure that the best possible people to see our ads don't see it, and we're excluding the positive sentiment, and we're not launching a ton of new ads where now every ad is an uninformed new employee trying to go out there and live and die, and we're only elevating the ones that get lucky. When we're leveraging machine learning and funnels and data and allowing the machine to do its job, we're right off the bat going to reach a lot of net new people. Right off the bat, we're going to be able to have lower CPMs, lower frequencies. Our cost per 1,000 account centers reach is going to go through the floor compared to what you've been doing. Your ads are going to stop fatiguing, and you're going to have more stable results. Then you can work on your business model and start scaling your brand. Remember, a business model is what scales a business. If you're focused on trying to hack the front end of your CPA according to attribution to scale your bank account, you've completely lost, like, you lost the threat. Like, that is, the people that tell you that are the ones that sell you on doing it for you. And they're all full of shit. They come and go. They're, today they're talking about cost caps. Tomorrow, 2 years ago, they were talking about crypto. 2 years before that, they were talking about interest groups. Before that, it was here's the thing. If the people that were wrong about delayed attribution, the 28-day clicker panic folks, they were also wrong about interest groups. They were also wrong about lookalikes. They were also wrong about retargeting. That were also wrong about cost caps and launching 100 ads. And those are often very much the same people. Like, again, common thread. The only reason I pick on common thread is because I think as an operator, Taylor, in my experience, I've given him everything that I possibly could to try to think differently, but he's only ever shown over and over and over again that as an individual, he severely lacks integrity. Suing your clients and causing harm for profit, in my opinion, is a really shitty way to run a business. But hey, I've got 2 mortgages and a lot of success stories because he causes a lot of harm and then I solve problems. So thank you. Now, all that to be said, there's a lot of folks that have been wrong about all of that stuff. If their hit rate is 0%, maybe stop talking to them. Maybe stop paying attention to them. And if I've been telling you since day one how they're scamming you, why they're wrong, every move that they're going to make you, how it's going to look good initially, how that's not real, how that's going to hurt you, and how to fix it, and we're 5, 6, 10 years in, maybe just pay attention to what we're doing here. So all that to be said, let's get into some action items. So we understand that you shouldn't be launching 1,000 ads at a time because that's fucking stupid. We understand that Andromeda isn't an excuse to make more bad decisions. It means you don't have to make nearly as many choices. The machine's just a lot smarter. We understand that throwing in exclusions is just a great way to make sure that you pay way more money to reach people and that you don't have a fully robust marketing funnel because the machine can't get certain touch points. And if you have a non-complete marketing funnel with the inability to have multiple touch points with a bunch of ads that are really dumb, that's only going to make it more difficult to acquire new customers, right? So the problem isn't that Facebook is getting more and more difficult. The problem is that bad strategies by low integrity operators meant to steal your money is something that only works in the short term so they can get you to sign a second contract. And if you learn about what they're doing and you want to bail, they'll sue you. By the way, if you're in a contract with them right now or they're threatening to sue you, come on board to my agency. Here's what I'll do. I'll charge you substantially less than them. We'll run your ads. And then I know they're going to sue you if you don't pay. So let's talk about this. Let's just give me all of their communications and I'll just blast it out. We'll read out the fine print here on this channel. I will call them out by name and we'll just make a very public mockery of their attempts to weaponize low integrity to destroy your business for profit. Let's have some fun. I would gladly make that. And if they still sue you, fuck them. They'll never, it will not be good business for them to tell everybody we do bad work and we'll sue you when you find out. So let's just, weaponize that. Anyway, if we know all of that stuff doesn't make any sense, and we've taken a look at, and we're taking a look at how to scale the business, and we have some simple ads and we want to go after the low hanging fruit. Well, instead of trying to have our ads do the entire funnel for us, let's actually just build a marketing funnel. Like, the idea that building a marketing funnel is something people are trying to hack their way out of makes no sense. So what's at the bottom of the funnel? So the very end of the funnel is a transaction. That's what starts the customer journey. Above that is inventory and demand-based marketing. So that's CRM and search. The amount of people I see struggling with Facebook ads that do not have a robust search or email strategy or haven't been paying attention to Phil Rivers and SMS stuff, like, blows my mind. They're creating a whole bunch of intent for somebody else to get rich. So first off, that's an easy win. Just do that. Now that's the bottom of your funnel. Now you've got Facebook, meta advertising. Now you're trying currently to probably have meta advertising be the top of your funnel. And then maybe you've got retargeting audiences in there. The amount of people that I say, oh, retargeting is back. Like, just, it makes no sense. And you're like, well, my results on the platform look like, okay, what about the bank account? No? Okay, well then stop. The fact that people are taking victory laps on 20 or 30% annual growth in their business when anything less than 200% would get you laughed off stage at like Shark Tank. Like, why are you trying? Like, if you do nothing other than organically grow your business and have email, you should have 20, 30% growth every year. Like, that's table stakes. That is subpar growth. That's not a victory lap. That is a reason to fire somebody. All right. Now, let's let the machine be the middle of the funnel. It can reach new individuals. It can have a marketing funnel that gets some people to buy, and it's creating lift to email, and it's creating lift to search, and we're getting view through attribution, which is a great thing. Like, the idea that somebody saw my ad and then bought from me is bad. Makes no fucking sense. Like, why is view through attribution bad? And you're like, well, that ad's just understanding how to show people that are already going to buy anyway. Do you know that those people are already going to buy anyway? Remember, attribution isn't about credit. Attribution isn't about saying which ad made the sale. Attribution is about teaching the machine that this is the kind of person that I want to do more of. Attribution isn't understanding what ad is the reason something happened, because that is impossible. Attribution is about teaching the machine learning. Attribution isn't for your reporting. It's for the platform. Most people take attribution and make it data that flows the wrong way. Okay? Attribution is for Facebook. It's not for you. View through attribution is great. Find me more people that are likely to buy. Please. And where's that purchase coming from? Maybe it's email. Maybe it's search. Maybe the idea that you're running a whole bunch of reels that are entertaining videos and people watch that and then go search for you later is a good thing. Like, it blows my mind that everybody's saying launch more videos and then complaining that views are driving sales. Like, again, when you say these things out loud as sentences, like as complete thoughts with context, all of this nonsense just doesn't, it all falls apart. Because, to be fair, none of it is backed by business fundamentals or understandings of platforms. It's sales pitches by people that fundamentally don't understand what they're doing or do know what they're doing and do harm anyway. So, let's get into some solutions. And then I see some questions piling up here. I got your questions. I think I've been, this video is the secret trick to make every ad work better. And the thumbnail is about like scale your fucking brand. So let's get into the action items here. Now, again, we have a course video launching on the Disruptor Academy YouTube channel. Once again, that is launching at the top of the hour. This is basically a countdown to that thing happening. Here we go. This one right here, launching in 28 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. Right there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, right there. There it is. And this is something everybody in the MBA program has known for like a year or two. And folks in Disruptor Academy have been getting this already. By the way, join Disruptor Academy right down there. It's $97 a month. If I can't help you make $4 extra a day, then yeah, cancel. But the fact is, a lot of people in there are doubling and tripling their businesses and seeing a lot of success and just having more clarity and confidence in their decision making, and they're getting out of all the scammy nonsense. And we do have the MBA program cohort starting on August 1st. I got a couple more spots. If you want that, then I mean, I can only tell you about it so much. Anyway, there's the video that's coming out. Now, that video is great. That is the supply side of content, okay? What we're getting to here is your advertising with paid media should ideally be talking to people who are interested to buy and can create some intent. But if you're trying to, with the paid ad, tell somebody that there's a problem, then tell somebody that there's a solution, then educate them through why they should be interested in the solution, and then get them to buy from you, that is asking a whole lot of work out of something where your information distribution platform is a burden on the end user. Remember, nobody's signing in to social media to give a damn about your ads. You are a billboard in the sky blocking a beautiful sunset. Your ads are a burden. Asking a burden to do the entire marketing funnel is unrealistic. So let's overcome a lot of that issue. Now, we talked about it on the Disruptor Academy video around how to crush Facebook ads on a small budget. And I definitely think you should take a look at that video to understand this. But we have this content is fucking easy video coming out. Now, let's walk through the point-to-point execution of how you can actually weaponize the information that you're getting, the content that you're getting, so that you can actually have a more profitable ad account where you're showing your ads to people who are way more likely to buy. And you're not asking your ads to do the entire ADA framework and all of this other nonsense, which is smart. It's great. I'm not saying that marketing to people, I'm not saying these marketing fundamentals are bad. In fact, I think they're good. It's just understand what marketing effort you should be focusing on and have the best tool for the job doing that work, which to me feels like apparently it's a disruptive idea that you should have well-qualified employees doing a good job. That to me is crazy. So anyway, that being said, let's get into the ad account. We're going to remove this, present, stop, present, share screen, boom, boom, boom. All right. So this is my ad account for Disruptor School and the Academy over the last month. Let's just hit refresh so we know that it's current. Launching Ad Manager, Disruptor School Biz Dev, cool. This is my Instagram stuff. So what we're doing here is 3 stages, okay? First off, I'm creating a ton of content that is organized by concept, and I'm deploying all of that. Now that content is going to the Instagram account. Dog Sauce, by the way, great example of a brand that did this well. Also, Dad Gang, great example of a business that did this well. But if you look at my content, you're going to see that a lot of it is really similar, especially if you start watching a lot of it, okay? Now, what is this content when we break it down by concept? Well, this content is actually broken into MBA promo for the Meta MBA program, testimonials of the people that have seen a lot of success, and interviews that I've done with folks giving away all their secrets, right? I went to the Meta Performance Summit and we broke down people that were spending over $1 million a day collectively giving away everything that they do. So I just brought that advice to you for free. Testimonials of people that have been through the MBA program, like Bailey, who 10x'd his business, and Pat, who went from 5 million to over 10. Under Outfit is a great story of 50K a month to $1 million a week or more. Just like all the wins, all the successes, right? And then the MBA promo, where I'm just shooting a video or launching a catalog once a day to just let people know about it, because I'm in launch mode for it. I'm trying to find good ads that'll work. And so I'm just pushing out organic content. Okay, this is all organic content. Now, what I'm doing here, if we get down to the ad level, is I have these ads running up to $100 total spend. Now, what these ads are, let's just see this Pat testimonial. Pat is a guy, runs car seat cover solutions. And, this is, you can just watch this video as we're doing it. Car seat cover solutions, they came in at 5 million and now he's over 10. Awesome. This is an organic post, right? So what we're doing is running an engagement campaign on this organic post. We're not asking for any call to action. We're just trying to get this to be seen by more people. Now, why is that? Well, because if you engage with this piece of content around this guy talking about how we got him to over $10 million a year by joining the MBA program, which, is basically a 1,000x return on his money. And he got it in like 6 months, which is fucking crazy, but, awesome. Results not typical. You're probably not going to see 1,000%, but you should, within like 2-3 months, you'll get your money back plus some. Okay, if that's the case, that's a great piece of attention. And we're going to talk about this funnel, right? So by the way, here is the targeting for everything. I'm just focusing on everybody in Australia, Canada, UK, Ireland, New Zealand, United States, 18 plus. And yes, I have some more controls. I'm excluding people who already follow my Instagram account. What is this doing? Let's break this down real quick. What is this doing? This is showing content to people in my target market that are not yet following me. They're not yet currently in a sales funnel. They're not yet necessarily warm. So what we're doing is we're actually handling the first 2 steps of the IDA framework. And we're doing that at, let's get down to 4PI plus 3. We're doing that at a $3 CPM. You're paying what? 20, 30, 50 to force your hello is buy from me. You're getting people to try to fuck at hello. Like your welcome message on Tinder is let's fuck. Like maybe that's the reason you don't have any meaningful relationships. Now we've got this broken down by MBA promo. We also have testimonials and interviews. Now the interviews, like this one with Matt. This one's taking off. This is Matt from Javi. Matt Farber, great dude. He's dropping like 4 to 6 million a month. And he shares his #1 strategies. Now, this is great content. Now, what is all of this stuff doing? These things, MBA promo, testimonials, and the interviews, these are showing my content specifically to folks in my target audience that are not yet in my organic distribution path of Instagram followers. It's showing them content so that they might follow. They might engage. They might go to my website. They might be interested. This is the top of the funnel. And I'm doing it at $2, $3 CPMs. Like this month, $2.88, $3.44, right? So that's where we're at, okay? And you can say, oh, but you're not getting any purchases. You're not getting whatever. Like, I don't care. This is the top of the funnel. I have other stuff that's printing money. But again, I can show you screenshots of high ROAS numbers, but they're out of context because they don't take into account all the other marketing efforts. I'm not here to lie to you with vanity metrics. I'm showing you how to make things work. These ads make your other ads better. This organic content means that your ads can talk to people that have specifically seen this stuff. I know that if you sit here and watch 1 or 10 or 17 interviews with Matt, who's spending, 4 to 6 million a month, or Blake, who's spending 500K a day, or Barry Hott, everybody loves Barry, or Pat with car seat cover, or Yoni, who works at Facebook, right? Or the guys from Ridge talking about their entire strategies, or Dara Denny, or Kashal, or Demos, the guys from Roback, or Dylan Ander, or Portland Leather Goods, like brands where you're just trying to maybe understand their paid media strategy. But if you're sitting here watching, these people give away all of your secrets. What that tells me is that you're somebody that wants to know how to run ads. So my funnel is attracting the attention of people who are interested in knowing how to run their media. Like my business is I help founders and marketers scale their ad accounts and their businesses with confidence, the proven system that works. That's my business. So my content is something that somebody who's in that situation actually wants to see. This isn't a sale. I'm not pitching anything in these interviews. I'm just bringing you valuable content that attracts your attention. I'm filling my funnel. I'm building an audience. And I'm not doing that with let's fuck as my hello. I'm earning your trust and attention. This is like jab, 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 hook. This is the thank you economy. This is everything you've heard from everybody since you started marketing. But instead of telling you, here's 1,000 ways to use AI to make 100 more ads that nobody gives a fuck about that are going to destroy your business, while I take credit for all the things that happen in your business until you realize that I'm completely scamming you, and then you fire me, and if you fire me, I'll sue you. Like, I'm not Common Thread. I'm actually showing you how to make a business work. That's the difference. This is scalable stuff. Now all of my ads are built around, what if you saw interviews? What if you're somebody who's interested in scaling your business? I don't have to try to find a way of getting somebody's attention. You already know who I am. You've already invested in finding through all, in this case, 17 interviews. And I've got these things mapped out to the end of August. And when I go back to New York, I'm going to do 1 or 2 more events. I'm going to have this thing out for the rest of the year. I'm trying to bring one of these to you every 3 or 4 days in perpetuity. And if you watch the content course that's going live on Disruptor Academy in 18 minutes, you're going to see how to do this 3 different ways. And to be fair, I'm 100% going to take that content, repurpose it in a different way, and just keep blasting out the best ones. Now, what this is doing is filling my funnel. Now, I'm running that up to $100 a piece. Then I'm actually going in, and I'm just going to do this live. Fuck it. Let's just do this live. I had one that went live yesterday. I've been saving this thing, so let's do it. What I'm doing is I'm quite literally going into the engage audience, the content section. I'm doing stuff that everybody says you shouldn't do because they don't give a fuck about you. All right, here's a piece we haven't promoted yet. I'm going to take this, the Instagram Reel, because I'm specifically trying to grow my audience on the Instagram platform because, 1, the Instagram platform is great, but 2, what we are doing is teaching the machine who wants to see our content. We're teaching the machine who's receptive to our content. That customer profile on Instagram is the same customer profile on Facebook. It's not like the people on Instagram that care about me are completely different than the people on Facebook that care about me, that are completely different than the people on Twitter or LinkedIn or YouTube. They're all the same people. So building up a psychographic portfolio of who these individuals are in a place that allows us to be the most actionable is a great way of teaching the machine who to show our content to. My new ads on prospecting come out of the gate way more aware and informed around who my target audience is. And a lot of those people look and feel very similar because I'm not launching 1,000 different ads to try to attract the attention of 1,000 different people. I'm not trying to destroy the back end of the business by hacking the front end, by making the least efficient marketing channel slightly more efficient by having it take credit for the entire funnel. Like, I'm not a cost cap marketer trying to promise you 1,000 ads and scaling your business on a whole bunch of work that's completely unsustainable. I'm actually just showing you how to build a reasonable business. So in this case, with this piece of content, this is a great interview that I did with this guy, Jesse, who worked at a company called High Tide. Great company, by the way. They turn your CRM into, they turn your social media into a CRM platform. Love what they're doing. So let's now take this into the overall system. I'm going to hit boost post. Yeah. Look at this. Guy that's dropped $1 billion on Facebook is telling you to do boost post. Yep. 100% as part of the overall strategy. So it's going to visit the Instagram profile. And what I'm going to do is audience. I'm going to take this to CT market cold. This, Australia, Canada, UK, Ireland, New Zealand, United States, excluding Instagram followers. Does that sound familiar? Now I'm running that across 10 days at $4.50 a day. And that's going to allow, this piece of content is not there to get engagement. This piece of content is to see, does this earn the trust and faith of individuals? And I'll show you how we're going to measure that here in just a minute. All right, so this thing is done. Boom, love it. Now, the way we measure the efficacy of this is actually really simple. All right, so we're going to present, stop, present, share screen, window, boom, boom. Love it. Is this the one we're in? Okay, cool. So what I have here is a doc where I'm actually tracking the investment across each piece of content and the results. So let's take a look at this. This one, for instance, exploring the future. This is with Dara Denny. Love Dara Denny. She's a great person. I love her. So this piece of content has been seen 34,000 times. This number is completely irrelevant. What matters is this. It's been engaged. I have 314 accounts engaged with this. So this is 314 leads. Those 314 leads, 65 of them followed me. And it cost me $57 to do it. So I'm getting a follower for 89 cents. And let's see. I'm getting a follower for 89 cents. And I basically have a 4:5 to 1 ratio of a lead to a follower. Now, people that follow you, generally speaking, they will go to your website, like they're engaging with your stuff. If you're just a creator, they'll just follow you. But if you're a business, like if people are following your business's Instagram account, the odds are they've been to your website at least once. But now, with the broad retargeting stuff that we do for weaponizing deployment of our stuff, which is all in the how to scale Facebook ads on a small budget, we're just filling that audience. Every one of these leads is an infinitely more informed person that's telling the machine how to reach people. And $57 for 314, like if we just do the quick math, that is fractions of a penny, right? I mean, that is not fractions of a penny. So 300, that is basically 18 cents to get a super high quality data point at $3 CPMs. And meanwhile, you're out here trying to do the same thing with the let's fuck at hello ad on a $20, $30, $50 CPM, while you're also excluding your entire marketing funnel and you're killing that ad if it doesn't get lucky in 5 days. You launch like 100 other ones. Like that strategy doesn't make any sense. So let's go to this one. This one, VC, is inactive because our cost per follow is $1.75. And my average right now is $1.31 after the last 7,500. Let's look at this one. Now, this one is, I believe it's Caleb. Mr. Paid Social, love it. Now with the same level of investment, okay, $35 on this one. 119 account centers engaged, 20 follows. This is like a 6-to-1 ratio. This is not nearly as efficient. More views, less results. Remember, views are a vanity metric. The hook rate on this is way better. And that doesn't mean anything. Hook rate is not a performance metric. It's a vanity metric. It will not impact your bank account. Let's take a look at this next one. This is Kushal. Great dude. Had a great interview with him on this channel. Has an agency called Sonic Growth. 39 and 11. This is a 3-to-1 ratio, but honestly, that's probably because this scale is less. 36,000 views. If we go back to the Dara Denny, this is only 34. But Dara Denny at 34 got me basically, what, 1 out of 100 people engaged and 1 out of 5 or 6 of them followed. For Kushal, it's 1 out of the math is very different, right? So this one just didn't work well, and that's okay. Now let's look at something that went fucking crazy. Let's look at this optimizing. Let's look at this one. So this is Matt Farber. Now, if we look at this one, we go here, we're going to go to the view insights. 53, 262, 68 follows. Like, this ratio is a lot better. This number is better. So it's getting more views. That ratio of views to accounts engaged is, the hook rate on it is strong. So I'm assuming that this is probably going to be bigger. But like, again, hook rate isn't a performance metric. What matters is this accounts engaged to followers is way better than 5 or 6 to 1. And I'm getting those followers right now for 85 cents. And if you sit here and you watch this video of him describing how he spends $4 to $6 million a month to scale his business, odds are you're interested in what I have to say about helping you. This is content designed specifically to fill the funnel. And so I'm just mapping all this stuff out. Now, I've got other efforts. Let me just unhide this where I spend a lot more money This one is great. I got this one at over $1,000. Like 1 out of 15 people that follow me saw this Instagram post and did it. Now let's take a look at this. This is a founder story, right? This is me basically saying how I was a junkie. I got clean and now this is what I'm doing, right? 250,000 views, 4,300 accounts engaged, like a 1 to 4 accounts engaged to follow ratio. Now this number is completely whacked compared to other things, but again, great hook rate. All the performance creative people would say this video is awesome. What's the problem with this though? This piece of content appeals to somebody. There are a lot of people this will appeal to that are not interested at all about running their business. This is a get ready with me video about recovering from drug addiction and starting a business and having a family. Now, there are business owners that will see this and like it, but if you watch this video and follow me for it, the odds of this attracting the attention of somebody who wants to give me money is a lot less than the odds of this one with Matt Farber or with Kushal or with Caleb or with Dara, right? It's just a worse prospecting ad. It's more efficient. My hook rate is better. Every vanity metric in the world says that one is good. And I did it again. I did a second one. Same style video. I hit it again. 200,000 more accounts engaged. Like these ratios are better. Cool. But if you watch this, it's not because you're interested in giving me money. So ultimately, I'm attracting bad attention. Now, let me give you another version. This one actually did a very good job. 165. Look at this. 19 follows. This is less than 2 to 1. This piece of content, if you watch this piece of content and you follow my account, it's because you're interested in marketing advice. It's because you're an operator or a marketer trying to learn how to scale your ad account in your business. That's what this does. And by the way, if you want to know how to make this content at scale, that's what that new video is. That's what the video that's coming out on the Disruptor Academy YouTube channel, like right now, like it's coming out in 7 minutes. This video right here. Content is fucking easy because it is. That video coming out in 7 minutes could 100% be the entire fuel to the fire for you to leverage this entire strategy so that your conversion ads only have to actually make sales. And that's the thing we're going to get to today. The big secret to making every ad work better is have your conversion ads focused on people that are trying to convert. Right now, you're trying to use them to fill your funnel. You're trying to use them to bring people through a funnel. You're trying to get them to be top, middle, and bottom. But you're also launching way too many ads. So there's no way for any of those ads to ever get good at their job. Also, all of those ads that focus off all those different individuals also means that you don't know who the person is that's actually buying and why they bought. So your ability to get that person to pay you a second time is completely moot. There's a funny instance where everybody that says you got to launch a ton of ads and all that stuff also says we can't afford, we have to be first order profitable. I'm like, yeah, if your entire business is having an unsustainable marketing funnel that destroys your ability to get anybody to care about your business and buy a second time, then you're creating the problem of having to be first order profitable. Your problems are self-created. You're not a victim. You are the constructor of your circumstances. The power is in your hands. That's what this video right here is going to show you how to do. And if you go to the Disruptor Academy channel, also, by the way, if you then look at looking at this, how to crush Facebook ads on a low budget, it'll also walk you through a lot of the stuff that we talked about today at a higher level, and the entire marketing funnel and everything to weaponize this, right? So this video is basically step 3 in the process. What I showed you today is step 2, and this video is step 1. This alone right here, doing this will let you get away with launching 10 ads a month instead of 100 ads a week. Your ads are going to be long. Your ads are going to last longer. They're going to be more profitable. Your results are going to be more stable. Your customer journey is going to be more knowable, more predictable, more profitable. You're going to work a lot less to make a lot more money. And you're never going to worry about silly, dumb things like ROAS and cost caps. And just, you're going to have a healthy bit of contempt for everybody trying to tell you that the path to success is making things more complicated. Because what do we say here, folks? Simple scales, complex fails. If the path to success is increasing levels of complexity, what you're telling me is that it's an unsustainable way to make the business work, and you don't know how to do the job. Now, mind you, this video over here, let me just bring it back up real quick, just to give you a quick little sneak peek. This video is going to talk to you about mindset and core, so you understand how to begin to think about content. It's also going to tell you how to source your raw content. It's also going to focus on how to assemble your minimal viable content engine, just like what works to get you, what tools are going to help you deploy just a bunch of good enough things to get attention and scale your business. And then we're going to optimize and operationalize that content creation so you don't even have to be the person doing it. Then we're going to get into multiplying that content and repurposing, how to turn a single idea into dozens of pieces that are completely and automatically distributed. Then how to scale production without losing authenticity, and how to generate sales with organic automations. And then your business is making a lot more money. And your ads only have to focus on the people that went through all of that didn't yet buy. Like, if you're still treating 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100 CPM ad placements as the way to get somebody's attention, you've unfortunately been told to focus on the wrong things by people that don't know what they're talking about. And so the secret trick to making every ad work better is to start having your ads have a very clear job and ask them to do that job well and set them up for success. You need to have a content to build. You need to have content and a machine and a system that builds awareness and attention. That's what this does. Then you run your ads to the people that have been through that system to get them over the finish line. Because remember, you can have a prospecting audience, but have it be a retargeting ad. And you're only going after the people that have already given signals that they're interested. And the machine already has a very good psychographic idea of who that stranger is that's in your competitor's funnel, who they are, to get them to convert. Like, you've immediately just eliminated the most difficult, the least stable, the most expensive part of your marketing funnel. You've eliminated doing it with $30, $40, $50 CPMs, and instead you're getting it done for $2, $3, $4 CPMs, which means you're getting 10 times more data and a way more stable bit of control. And then you can deploy your ads against that and have a very simple funnel with very similar people at a higher and higher volume, so you can work on getting those individuals to pay you a second and a third and a fourth time. And your revenue floor can climb, which is the mark of any successful business. I don't care what your growth looks like. If your revenue floor isn't growing, you are a salesperson that will run out of arbitrage. And instead, you should be focusing on how to be a business. The difference between a salesperson and a business is the revenue floor. That's what this is all about. So I encourage you to come into here. I'm going to be in the chat. Boom. I'm going to be in the chat during this video. I'd love for you to come in. If you're interested in the MBA program, message me. We're starting in 7 days. And I'm not going to do another cohort until spring because I'm having a baby in November. Well, my wife is having a baby, but we're having a son in November. And so at that time, I'm going to be not taking cohorts, or I'm doing one-on-ones with students every week and bringing people through every single step. I'm giving you everything I can for free. I'm trying to give you every single tool that you need so that you don't ever need to be taken advantage of by low-integrity operators ever again. We're calling them out by name. We're debunking all their strategies. I'll see you guys in 2 minutes. I'm going to go grab a banana and a coffee. Thank you all so much. I'll see you there. And go ahead and drop in the chat, by the way, in the comment section of this video that you came from the live. I'd love to see it. And if you have any questions on anything, let me know. I know we had questions here in the chat today. I ran out of time. I'm sorry. Join Disruptor Academy, and we'll get to them on the next live. We can open up your ad account. We can answer all of your questions. You'll get my one-on-one time to help you see the success that you deserve. If you have a money-back guarantee that we will solve your scaling questions, or I will refund your price of admission. If I can't help you be profitable on $97 a month, investment with me, then I will give you your money back. I'm not going to sue you if I fail you. I'm going to refund you. That's the difference between me and those low integrity operators. I don't need to scam you, but I do work. And I don't need to have a legal team to protect me when people figure out that I'm full of shit. I'm just giving it all away. And if anybody ever says that all they do is ever sell a course, I'm pointing to this channel. This is free. This is 100% free. I think I've run out of time to get a banana and a bagel, a banana and a coffee. So anyway, y'all, I'll see you soon. I'm excited. Run over to this video. Run over to the chat. Disruptor Academy. I'll see y'all soon. We got 100 plus eyeballs on this video right now. Go to that video right now. Okay, everybody? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.